Just got back from vacation, and I know I'm a little late on these, but have I ever mentioned how much I love Air Jordan 1 lows? Oh, I have? All right, what about that little mini swoosh though? Yeah, let's do it. What's up everyone? It's your boy Blue. Welcome back to the channel. This is Kickin' Trips. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I got another fun one for you guys today. These are the Nike Air Jordan 1 Low Nigel Sylvester collab, Better With Time. And can a sneaker that's made to look like a beater turn out to be a 2025 heater? I mean, everything Nigel touches right now is fire, so let's talk about it. The year is, oh man, where do I even want to start with this story? All right, let's go back to 1988. Paperboy is released on the Nintendo Entertainment System. And hold up. I know what you're thinking. What does Nintendo and Paperboy have to do with these? But just give me a chance here. Let me get that story going full circle here for you. And I know I'm aging myself here, but I know there's some OGs out there that remember this, because Paperboy for us was the first game that made us want to go outside and start jumping curves and building bike ramps. Funny story about my first bike ramp jump, but I'll get into that in a second. So this leads me to Nigel's story, because he was born a little bit later on in that same era, and I'm sure we've all heard this story before, so I'll try to long story short this one. Sure. So Nigel's mom heads into a Toys R Us to buy him his first real bike. And I know I said I was gonna try to make this short, but I just have to explain. If you never got to experience Toys R Us as a kid, man, it was everything. Like, imagine all your dreams in one place. Okay, back to Nigel. So he hones his skills in his grandma's driveway, hence the theme that he did on that Jordan 4 RM pack from a couple years ago. Grandma's driveway, a 2-pack that he did with the green Jordan 4 RM colorway based on the color of her fence, and the dark gray Jordan 4 RM colorway that was based on the color of her driveway. With the tricks, bumps, and jumps started in her driveway, leading us to this Jordan 1 Better With Time release that represents then till now, showcasing the character bumps and bruises on the road to greatness, from the driveway to the streets. And talking about full circle, young Nigel, he's a huge fan of BMXing, obsessing with the moves, getting the weekly magazines, even getting that Dave Mirra freestyle BMX game that came out, and slowly creating his own style. And I could relate to that, and I'm sure there's some OGs out there, y'all must remember this movie, but Rad, which was a movie about a kid and his bike trying to fit in and qualify for a once-in-a-lifetime competition. And that movie and then Paperboy soon after on Nintendo had us all in the late 80s to mid-90s outside till dark, riding, building ramps, thinking we were the next rad BMXer. But me, I realized early on I had no career in that world, but I did love to ride and I loved my bike. I had a GT Performer. It was in that baby blue with the white mags and the white tires. I loved that bike. And I remember being at my brother's friend's house and they built this really big ramp and they were all like, hey, who's scared to jump this ramp? And I wasn't scared. I was scared. And they all went, each one, then it was my turn and I full pedal into that ramp and I'm like, all right, here we go. And sure enough, I get halfway up that ramp, I froze. I went face first right into the driveway. But Nigel, his career went up that ramp and took off. And talk about full circle, he went from playing Dave Mirra video games to being signed by him as a teenager. And instead of going pro, he decided to go media pro with his Go series, blending BMX, travel, lifestyle, and storytelling in big cities around the world, crossing over to collaborate with big fashion brands, which brought him to Nike in 2017. And in that short time, he has brought us some of the dopest collabs and releases, like earlier this year with the Jordan 4 Brick by Brick. And this is a sneaker that's in the running for 2025 Sneaker of the Year. Now, I ended up getting this sneaker recently by accident, and I'm working on a video where I'll, talk about that. So back to these bad boys, because I love me some Jordan 1 lows. So getting this pair in my collection for me was a must, and I cannot wait to jump into the details with you. Starting with the box, we get the usual Jordan 1 collab box that's beige, but of course with anything Nigel, we get bike instead of Nike on the lid. And inside we get the standard tissue wrapping paper with Nigel's bike silhouette logo from his personal Everything on Go brand. Moving over to the toe, and I'm no leather leather expert. I'm just an eye and feel guy, but this black extra tumbled leather feels amazing to the touch with the pre-scuff marks that are like what you get from the pegs and pedals on a bike. And of course that Nigel touch, we get the mini Nike swoosh embroidered in beige to complete the toe look. Moving up the lace panel, we get more of that tumble black leather, and just like the true OG Jordan 1 lows, we get 8 eyelets. And to fill those eyelets, we get 3 sets of laces with beige, black, and red. But I'm in my wax lace era right now, so I swapped in some black wax laces, which I really like how they flow with the scuff marks. We get a standard nylon tongue that comes in beige with the tongue tag letters coming in red, but like all Nigels, we get Bike Air replacing the typical Nike Air. Moving inside, another nod to this partnership is the print on the inside ankle collar that reads, Jordan Biking Company, established 2017. When Nigel signed on with Nike and Jordan brand. The insoles are lesser quality to say the least, and also come in beige, with Nigel Sylvester printed in red on one and Bike Air in red on the other. Sliding down the side panel, more of that super buttery tumble black leather, and if the swoosh looks like it's missing, it is. Made to look like a sketch in its place, like it fell off and he drew it or painted it back in, it's representing the work ethic that makes you better with time. So dope. On the inside panel, we do get that beige swoosh that comes in a reflective material, which is clutch for riders when it gets dark. Wrapping around the rear, we get that same smooth black leather with more of those scuff marks, and on the upper heel, it has that same Sketch Effect Wings logo that's embossed in beige. All this laying on an extra pre-aged beige sole that looks like it's been really used and abused right out the box. And to finish it off, it's all sitting on a traditional Jordan 1 outsole that comes in red, and it also has that pre-aged effect to it that we've seen before, but it really works well on this beaten up look. You'd be the coolest paperboy in the neighborhood riding around in these. So what do you get when Nike and Nigel get together again to show some love to a classic Jordan 1 low? Well, maybe love isn't the right choice of words here, as they pulled an endo, flipping the script with a combo of old is new, beat up and scuffed, and shredding the norms to showcase that better with time just means that this shoe's got some rad character right out the box. All right, guys, that is it for me. As always, feel free to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. If you like where we're going with the content on the channel, it really does go a long way as far as helping the growth of the channel. So as always, appreciate that. And let me know what you guys think. Did you guys end up going for these? Were these a pass? And let me know in the comments, what laces are you guys gonna go with? Are you guys going with the beige? You guys going with the black laces? Going with the red laces? Now me, I'm in my wax lace era right now, so I love putting wax laces, especially on Jordan 1 lows. So I put some beige wax laces on these and love how that came out. I put black wax laces on this one, and this one really got me rethinking about maybe doing black. I'll tell you what it doesn't have me rethinking about, and that is my love for Jordan 1 lows and dope collabs like these. And I know that some people are gonna say that they're tired of the aged look, they're tired of the scuffed and beat up look out the box, but that just leads me back to what I always say. It doesn't matter what I like. It doesn't matter what someone else thinks. It matters what you like. So if you guys are looking to add your very first Nigel into your collection, get them. Maybe you're looking to add another Nigel into your collection and these hit the mark, buy them. But more important than anything, guys, you already know, wear them. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.